What's up, everyone? Welcome to Philly Hall, the official podcast of the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame. I'm Jim Montgomery, and I'm here with Steve Skalish. How are you, brother?
Oh, what's up, Jim? And yeah, this is the first of what we hope is a long partnership together to
Yes,
be the official podcast of the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame. So I'm really excited about this. I made sure to wear some unique stuff.
I
You know,
like it. Philly
that's
Stars,
going to be
man.
my
I
thing
love it.
every week. I'm going to try to have something different Philly on because I got
I
too
love
many
it.
hats. I don't know about you.
I have a whole closet back there full of them. You name the
Or
sport, the
we're gonna
team.
break those out along the line. This is
Oh,
part
yeah.
of the deal, right?
Oh,
So.
yeah. I'm coming right from work, so I'm like still in work mode, but
Well, you see, I went with the Philadelphia Stars, although this is not the original. This is the reincarnation of the USFL that they did a few years back. And they brought back the Philadelphia Stars. And of course, they made the brilliant decision to not have anyone play in the city that they're from. So we
right.
never
They
got to see
played
a
in
Philadelphia
Detroit,
Stars
right?
game here. Yeah. I don't know. They were all in Birmingham or something. So, but it
Cool.
looks good. So,
I
yeah,
love it, man. So I was a little too young for the USFL, but I heard stories. Lots of great players came out of it.
I was not. I think I will. I'll give something away. I think 1983 it started. I was 11. So, and this was about the time. Now, look, lifelong Philadelphia Eagles fan. I bleed green till I die. 1982, 83. It wasn't easy. We had just, Dick Vermeil just left. We had Marion Campbell, and the team was, they were on a downslope. They had lost some of that swagger from it, lost some key players, and they weren't easy to watch back then. So when you had a team like the Philadelphia Stars come up and they started dominating the USFL from day one, and I don't know that I don't think that made people turn away from the Eagles necessarily, but I remember specifically there were some jokes that the Philadelphia Stars, when they moved to Baltimore after 2 years, there were people getting quoted in the paper at the time saying, "So when are the Eagles gonna go?" Can you imagine that today?
No, I mean they almost went a few years
And yeah,
later.
right after that, they almost went. It was almost like the guys said, "Okay, now you're gonna get it," and, you have Leonard Toews screwing up the, finances of everything,
Oh,
but,
I
that's probably another story for another day.
absolutely, because I could go on for days about just the bizarreness of the
Yes.
Eagles just not being here.
Right.
But
So I'm going
since we,
to entrust you. We want to, the first time that people are tuning into this, and like I said, we want to make this a regular thing and talk about the goings on of the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame because we have a very exciting 2026 coming up. But Jim, you've been an associate with the Hall longer than I have. We are, like I said, we are both with the communications team and the selection committee, and we volunteer with
yes,
the induction ceremony. And I would say Jim is one of the custodians of some of the historical artifacts and the history of the hall. So yeah, and that's going to be something we'll do later. So Jim, how about you tell us about the background?
so the Hall of Fame is started in 2004 as a way to preserve and promote the rich history of Philly sports. And truthfully, I think Philly is probably one of the most unique places for sports in the country, simply because, and as you know, we were just talking about the Eagles. We know nothing most of the time but heartbreak, disappointment, and wait till next year. But throughout the years, there's been a lot of great players, great teams, uh, just great individuals who contributed to the history of Philly sports, and that's what the Hall of Fame does: is try to preserve that. It's kind of like a twofold thing. We have the display stuff, the museum, quote unquote, up at Spikes in Northeast Philly on Grant Avenue. But then
Spike's
there's the
trophies.
act.
Yeah, well, we'll give them a plug. Spike's trophies.
Yes,
All your the great play. I've been there up there, and they've got a lot of good stuff. If you need trophies, things like that, go to see
yeah,
Spike's. Well, I'm sure we'll be there soon enough doing
yes,
this.
hopefully. But if you do get a chance to go up, check out the murals on the wall too.
Mhm.
They're phenomenal.
And check out
Um,
the bullpen is outside.
yes,
Little side. Yeah, I went up there a while back. It was the first time I'd been there, and I Ken Avalon, who is the curator and the head of the Hall of Fame. I was with him, and I said, "What is that over there?" And he's like, "It's this big green structure with a bench in it." And he said, "That was the bullpen from Veterans Stadium, the Phillies bullpen." And I went, You're kidding. It's just outside.
It, it's
We're doing
one
a
of the
podcast
coolest
from there, I'm
things.
telling you.
Yes, I just sitting right there. I
Yeah.
like it. But then there's the actual Hall of Fame, which I think is the crux of what the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame does. It honors all of the athletes, professional, college, high school, whether they played here, whether they're native sons and daughters who grew up here, in just a way. And to date, there's 339 individuals, 15 different teams, a couple organizations, some of the buildings and stadiums that the teams played in are in, two of the events. I won't bore you with all the numbers, but it's a great way, and I always go back to last year's Hall of Fame induction ceremony when Clyde Simmons, Eagles great, was
Mhm.
inducted, and it really stuck with me. And to me, this is what the Hall of Fame is about. He was like, "I just played football. We had Olympic gold medalists up there with him,
Mhm.
uh, famous like lacrosse players, track coaches. There was a boxing first black female boxing judge was there, and he was
Mhm.
like, "It's an honor for me to be up here with all these people."
Yeah.
So that's kind of what the Hall of Fame does,
We
and
had a
it's
Heisman
that to
Trophy winner, Mike Rozier. I'm
yes,
just thinking back. Yeah, we had some. We had uh, Gary Williams.
yes. A
That
lot of
the
people don't remember that he's from Philly either.
Yeah,
People, I was telling people they were like, "He was from Philly."
yeah. We had college basketball national champion coaches. We had. It's like we're not inducting people who are just fly by nighters here, or
Yes,
we have some real accomplished people that have done some great things, and this year no exception. And we're going to talk about give a plug for some of the nominees, I should say the inductees of 2026. And we are having our induction ceremony in November. Just, because my brain blanks out. Give me 1 second. That's November 5th.
fifth. Yep.
November 5th, that's at Live Casino. The Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony is a yearly thing. Tickets are available. You can buy tickets, and we'll give you the information. And we're going to talk about some of the people who in the class of 2026 this year. And Jim, why don't you kick it off? Kick it off with one of the big names.
I think to me, and this to me is what it's all about. There's some Eagles on the list this year, but Carly Lloyd,
Mhm.
World Cup champion, gold medalist, one of the best to ever do it, is getting inducted in this year.
Yes. When I saw that name, I'm like, no. I mean, this is national now.
Yes,
We've got national people that
international.
yeah, you're right. I should
Yeah,
have said that. International, absolutely. You don't get more accomplished than what the women's soccer team has accomplished over the
yeah,
past decade or so. So we are thrilled that she is going to be with us, and to induct her into the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame. So
yeah. Speaking of the ex Eagles, Hugh Douglas is going in.
that
One
was
of the
fun.
best. You want to tell that story? That's great,
Yes.
and then we can kind of go into that.
Yeah. So Hugh Douglas is being inducted this year. You may have heard about it because this has gotten some publicity. And I was honored in this case to have been there when you may have seen some of the video that we dropped it on Hugh while he was on the air. And we told him that he was getting inducted. Myself and Kay McGee, one of our trustees, we got to go to WIP and I captured it on some video. And we got to tell Hugh. Now he knew he was on he was being considered. They had talked about it a little bit, but he didn't know he was getting inducted. And this woman, Kay is sitting there, and Hugh's just doing his thing during the break, and he doesn't really realize why she's there or what she's there for. We didn't really say anything, and then Joe Giglio, when they come out of a break, puts on, yes, we have Kay McGee, trustee from the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame, and I had my camera pointed at Hugh, and when he heard that, you just saw him like the realization came across his face, and he knew that's when he realized what had happened. That hit him in the moment, and
Yeah,
we could have bowled him over with a feather. Really, he genuinely was honored. And what I love about that with WIP is they're immediately turning it into a thing. Like they're going to try to help you come up with an outfit. He doesn't want to dress up. He doesn't want to get a tuck, but he may
that's his
have to do
thing.
it.
I
This
don't
is
want to
going to
get
be fun.
dressed
We're going
up.
to get something. You go to Joseph A. Bank. Get a Men's Warehouse. Get
Oh
a,
yeah,
but they're going to help him write his speech. I mean, they're going to make this a thing, and hopefully they'll be out there on the red carpet with us broadcasting. This could be a big thing. I can't wait to see that. So, and I'm a Hugh Douglas guy. When he was a
Yes.
player, he was my
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
I had his jersey, so I was absolutely a big fan of his as a player, big fan of his on the air, and just thrilled to see him.
No, and I think with him, he's like one of those bridge guys from the Ray Rhodes era into Andy Reid. And I think people forget how good and dominant he was there when he
Was
came
he
to the
here in
Eagles.
'98 with Ray? I don't remember. I thought he
That
came
was his
with Andy.
first year.
Okay, well, I knew it was right about that time because I do remember him with the Jets.
Hmm. 1 in
That's
15.
where.
They tease him all the time on the show about it. 1 in 15, Hugh
Yeah.
Douglas.
Oh, the rich coat hider
Oh,
in New York.
Richie the K.
We'll save that for a future podcast.
Yeah, I was going to say, again, I don't want to get started down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, and he's not the only Eagle.
Nope. One of his former teammates, John Runyon, is going in.
Mhm.
Andy Reid's first big free agent signing as sort of the GM coach of the Eagles kind of anchored that line. So former New Jersey state senator as well,
Mhm.
John Runyon. And
Congressman,
now,
or was he?
or,
But I know he was a U.S. congressman. He was in the House of
yes, maybe he was a
Representatives.
congressman and not a senator.
Yes. I don't know that I don't think he started in state politics. And then he got out, like, I think after 2, 4, because he was a smart one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, this man battled Michael Strahan forever, got 2 years in Washington and said, "No, can't do it. I'd rather get in the trenches and, get beat up."
Well, ironically now, as much as he was considered a quote unquote dirty player, he's the head of the rules enforcement committee or something like that, where he's the one handing out fines to players now. So it all comes full circle for John.
You think, he wasn't dirty. Come on. He was our guy. We can't call him
Yeah.
dirty.
Oh, I don't think he was at all. Everybody else says that.
Michael Strahan says that. God, do we have a chance of getting Michael Strahan there? I would get a kick out of that if he
Oh,
just showed up.
I would love to know if he would get booed or not. Like that would
Oh,
be the
we'd
question.
have to.
I would just out of
I'd
habit,
start it.
but
Just to be fun. But so a few more names. These aren't all the names. I mean, we've got
no,
some. Let's honor the fact that Johnny Gaudreau.
the late
Uh,
Johnny.
yeah, and knowing that his parents are going to be there, and from what I hear, they were absolutely over the moon that this was happening. That they were
Love it.
absolutely touched, and to honor this guy, they call him Johnny Hockey. Look, we were all devastated by that. Even I
Yeah,
think, and that even touched non-hockey fans just because it was in the area.
absolutely.
And I think that's gonna be something that I don't think there'll be a dry eye. But
No.
let's also honor a couple other people. Jimmy Lynam, the coach. We're gonna have the coach in there. That sure, he's got a few things to say about the Sixers at the end of the
I,
season right now.
I'm anxious to hear what he has to say.
Yes, but
But the cool thing, and Jimmy Lynam also, which I I'm a big five basketball guy, but
mhm,
more from like the late '80s on, kind of like the L Train
yes,
era, that era. Jimmy Lynam helped build the Big Five. He
absolutely.
was a great player at West Catholic. Went to St. Joe's, helped them win the Big Five. He was Big Five MVP, and then of
Mhm,
course the Sixers, and then he coached St. Joe's to
mhm,
the Elite Eight and an
mhm,
upset of number one DePaul. So
mhm.
kind of he hit all high school, college, and pro
Yeah,
for basketball here.
absolutely, a no-brainer, and I am a Hawk. The Hawk will never die. So and I know we have a very strong, Villanova contingent on our, selection committee, so I don't say much.
No, I'm a Temple guy, so I just
Oh,
set out the Big Five arguments. No leg
we
to
don't we
stand
don't
on
have
right
much
now.
legs to stand on right now, but it's still good. It's, you know. Anyway, another name that, we have up there, here's a good one for you, Dave Raymond. We are gonna be honoring Dave Raymond. He's actually getting one of the awards, correct?
Yes, legacy of excellence.
Legacy, yes.
So it's kind of that award goes out to someone who has contributed to Philly sports but not necessarily on the field. So a lot of
Right.
times, coaches, I think, are inducted on their own merit. But this guy, you probably are like, who the heck is Dave Raymond? He's the Philly Fanatics' very first best friend.
The OG Philly Fanatic, the original from
Yes.
1978. So all those annex that the Fanatics does now, he created that whole aura and that whole presence and passed it down to Tom Burgoyne. So yeah, that's gonna be fun to see him. And I
Yes.
know he's gonna have some stories. I
Oh,
know.
yeah. He has to. I
Oh,
would love to just pick his brain about 93 alone.
oh God, yeah. He had a story. He had a story about Jane Fonda because she was
Oh,
sitting
wow.
behind home plate. I don't know that I want to go into it. You have to look it up. Let him
Maybe he
tell
can
it.
maybe he can save it for
Do you know what I'm talking about?
the
Have you ever heard
ceremony.
that?
I haven't.
He
Now
told it
I
on
can't wait to look it
WIP.
up.
Yeah, okay. Let's just say, nah, it's bathroom humor. So, we're a very classy podcast. We won't go that route,
Yes.
but I'll see if I can get him to tell it on one.
At least for the first one.
Yes,
Then we'll see how it goes.
exactly. We're gonna have some, other names there, well, and some names from the past too, that obviously are there, but Ben Scheib, you know the name Scheib. We are gonna be honoring Ben Scheib, so, that name Scheib is synonymous with, Philly sports history in the A's and back in the day. Uh, you're on mute, bud. Here we go, first blooper, you're on mute.
I was gonna say, like, I'm a rookie mistake right there, but yeah, he was the obviously, they named the stadium after him.
Yes.
He was very big in the sporting goods business, so
Mhm.
very cool to have him. And rumor has it that one of his great grandsons, I think, is going to travel up and say a few words for the
Awesome,
ceremony as well.
awesome. I'll be looking forward to that. A couple names, Art Still. You kinda like this one. Tell us about Art Still, if you don't know about him.
I like it. He's from South Jersey and had a great career with the Kansas City Chiefs. Is probably who he's most recognized for playing with. But since I've been here, this is the second still that I'm seeing inducted into the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame. He's joining his sister Valerie. So Valerie
Mhm.
is great. She's a friend of the hall, and I'm very anxious to hear what stories they have to tell when they get together because she was a trip. She's an
Mm.
awesome person, and I'm looking forward to what Art has to say.
You know, I don't think they're not the first, sibling connection to go into the hall.
I don't think so. No.
No. Well, we just haven't looked it up. We got a few hundred
Yeah.
names. Maybe we'll do that next time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, and then I'm like, I don't wanna say that because I'm not sure. And I always say, I'm like, if I'm gonna give you a fact, I wanna make sure it's true
Yes.
before I
Yes. We
before I put
we
it
we
out there.
we did a great amount of research coming into this, I gotta tell you. We're gonna have some, members of the national media who were local as well, one of them being Sal Palantonio. That, is a name we all
Yes.
know, and Lisa Salters will also be there, who's getting inducted, some of our media awards.
Yes, oh, that could be our end to get Michael Strahan because I believe she still works at ABC
So we
with him
thought,
on
"Well,
Good
let's
Morning
make some calls.
America.
Make some calls." They can carpool down, the turnpike, so I'm
Yes.
good with that. So, there's other names, we don't have we'll feature some of the other names, in the future. We could probably do something, we wanna keep this one on time, but once again, the, induction ceremony is I said November 5th, and I
Yep,
just,
live casino in South
yeah,
Philly.
live casino. So, and the website to order the tickets, PhiladelphiaSportsHallOfFame.org has the 2026 induction ceremony and reception up there, and you can get tickets through there. We can put
And
that up. Go ahead.
yes, I will make sure the link is in the description and everything. And I will say, as someone who got involved with the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame through going to the actual induction ceremony, get the VIP package where you can go. There's a meet and greet with
Mhm.
the inductees, a lot of their friends and teammates, and everybody come. It's actually an awesome time, and that's where you get to hear some of the good stories. And Just seeing those guys all together and gals all together is
Mhm.
amazing to see.
And we're hoping to be out there on the red carpet broadcasting, this podcast and interviewing some of
Oh yeah.
the, inductees as well. So, that's gonna be a thrill of a lifetime for me. So,
Probably won't be asking them what they're wearing, but that's
no.
okay.
No, we'll see what they're wearing. It'll be on TV. I'm Wait, I don't gotta get a tuxedo, do I? I got a nice enough suit. I'm good with that.
No, I'm
No?
not a tuxedo guy.
No. Well, look at us.
I'll base it on what Hugh decides. If I'll wear what Hugh wears.
Oh, uh-oh. I don't know you wanna write that check. You might have to cash it.
No,
Now, a couple of ideas here to have some fun to close this out. We are going to have some segments on this podcast. Hopefully, we'll have some guests in the near future. This first one is just
yes,
us telling you about what the Hall of Fame has to offer, and we're going to be expanding from here. But we're going to have some weekly or some segments for every podcast. We're not sure if we're going to do this weekly or bi-weekly. Probably more bi-weekly because we have
probably.
lives. Although I would love to do this as often as possible.
Oh,
But
I could do this every day if I had
yeah,
to.
well, you
My
do.
wife and
You
kids wouldn't like. Well, I do, but I usually do that before everybody's awake.
Yes. So, one of the segments I'm going to do is we're going to take a name from Philadelphia sports history that's not in the Hall of Fame yet, and we're going to debate whether they should. I think the first one's probably going to be a little easy, though. I don't know that we want to have big debates on this because, you know, we don't want to tick off future inductees to say, you said we shouldn't be in, and I'm here, and ha ha. That could make some fun podcast material. But the name that we were talking about was Lesean McCoy, Shady McCoy.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I think he's borderline an NFL Hall of Famer. So I think in due time he will be a Philadelphia Sports
Yeah,
Hall of
he's
Famer.
he's a Philly sports Hall of Famer, but that might be another debate to have. Yeah, but he's in with us. I mean, all time all time career leading rusher.
Yes,
Was the season leading rusher until Saquon, but still, I mean, absolutely electric and no question he'll be in our Hall of
yes,
Fame. But he's already in the
and
Eagles ring, right? I believe.
yes, he is.
Yes, he
And,
just add
2 years ago, I think it was.
yes, but NFL Hall of Fame. Now, I'd have to look at his numbers compared to other running backs. I'm sure that he's got some better numbers than a few running backs.
Yeah, like I said, he's one of those guys that. But I think you can. And another Philadelphia Sports Hall of Famer that everybody debates about whether he should be an NFL Hall of Famer is Donovan McNabb. And I think
Mhm.
LaShawn has a better case for Pro Football Hall of Fame than Donovan does.
Yeah. I mean, quarterbacks tend to get championships attached to them as to whether or not they should
Yeah,
be in the Hall of Fame. With exceptions, you have to be like a Dan Marino
correct.
to have stats that are just indisputable. No one would say Dan Marino's not a Hall of Famer, but you know, I think that whether or not they get the championships kind of does that, and I think he has his stats. He has his number retired, and he's
Yep.
certainly worthy of local. But yeah, that would be a debate. But
Yeah.
I'm going to look this up quickly. I'm going to see where just career Hall of Fame, career. Where is Sean McCoy now? Okay, this is interesting. LaShawn McCoy, all time 23rd in yards, 11,000 rushing yards, and I'm not even going into all purpose. He's 23rd, so all time he's already ahead of some Hall of Famers. I mean, he is. He is about 100 yards short of O.J. Simpson. Well, he's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Now below him, there aren't many below him. Earl Campbell is. Well, Earl Campbell was a much shorter career, but definitely a spurt. Like guys like Jim Taylor, Roger Craig just got in. Now Roger Craig had some Super Bowls. He was
He
certainly
did.
part of those teams and certainly a big part of those teams. But stat wise, LaShawn McCoy has that, and he does have. He has rings. He got him secondary, but he
He
was on
did.
the team.
That's a
But
good comp too. I think they remembering how Roger Craig played, I think
Mhm.
they had a very similar sort of game. I think Craig was probably a little bit more powerful where Shady
Right.
was more shifty,
Mhm.
but that's a good comp as far as being able to catch the ball and run after the catch.
Right. I mean, yeah, you start taking into account, all-purpose yards, and now it's a definite no-brainer. I mean, yeah, so right about where Shady is, the top 20 all time, that's where you start to see when you start going below him, you start to see less Hall of Famers, although there are some names down there, like Saquon Barkley is 44th all time. He'll probably get himself up into that elite level and
Let's
make
hope.
a case.
Let's hope.
Yeah, oh, I certainly hope. But you know, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun to see that. But yeah, I think he retired when Shady. He's coming up on that 5 years. I think next
I
year.
think I think he's right at the 5-year mark.
Hmm. Okay, so we're probably going to be talking about him next year, and I'm going to say right now it'll probably be a short discussion. I think
I think
he'll
so.
he'll have the votes, and we'll look at it and go. Probably won't even need to have the discussion because the top four
No,
get in based off of
it's
the
just
voting,
he should
and
get
then
voted. Yeah.
yeah, I think he will.
Which
So,
I guess we should mention that too. I didn't mention that one with the
yeah.
selection process, but we kind of compile as the selection team compile the ballot based on who we think is Hall of Fame worthy. They have to meet certain requirements as far as
Mhm.
being retired 5 years, dominating their era, championships, of course,
There has
certainly
to be
help a
something
lot.
of note. There has to be something of note in their career.
Yeah.
Like,
Um,
and not necessarily at the pro level. It could be college, it could be high school. We do go down to that level as long as it's local
yeah, and
or
then
somebody born locally.
for current inductees, current inductees, media members. So there's a large pool of people then that vote based on who's on the ballot.
Mhm.
So to me, it's a no brainer that I think Shady will, once he's on, will be
Mhm.
hit
But
hit the
there was a good
threshold.
side conversation about the NFL Hall of Fame. I hadn't thought about it much recently, but it's got the
Yeah, like,
stats.
it's again, you can certainly make the case for and against, but
Mhm.
I'm biased because having season tickets, like he brought me so much excitement and joy.
Hmm.
Specifically that snow game against the Lions.
Oh god. As far as pure skill and a single season that I've ever seen by a running back, I mean, he had the best season I ever saw from a running back, I think, until Saquon
T-
came along
Agreed.
and blew everything out of the water. But as far as shiftiness and ability to get into the open field and ability to make something happen, nobody could top him. Absolutely nobody.
No,
So
and thanks, Chip. Thanks, Chip Kelly, for that.
so anyway, we were also going to do. I don't know if we have time for all five. Maybe we'll pick one. But when we get some guests in here, we wanted to do some rapid fire questions for people to kind of show your Philly fandom. And Jim and I actually did an appearance recently at the Delaware County Press Club and did some promotion for the Hall of Fame. And we came up with five Philly sports questions. I want to keep, maybe we can spread this out over some time and hit somebody with all five of them. But I'm going to do one, if that's okay with you. What do you think?
That works for me.
All right, but I think my favorite question that we had that day was name one Philly athlete, past or present, that you would want to either, go out to dinner with, grab a beer with, just sit there, talk about stuff. And yeah, I'll even throw in the bonus. Where would you go? Like, where would you go for this beer slash dinner?
So I think for me, it would be Tug McGraw. One, because I think he would be just a fun time to hang out with. I would
Mhm,
love to hear stories because I know he used to drive in from Delaware County with Mike Schmidt on game days. So I'd love to just kind of pick his brain about what Mike Schmidt was like, who was like my childhood hero.
mhm.
Um, and
Mine too.
hear hear the stories he had to say. And I think honestly, any hole in the wall Irish bar where everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
Beers and shots. That's like nothing fancy.
Oh, got Tug McGraw. He's the one that said, that he got a raise in the offseason. He said, "What are you going to do with it?" He says, "I'm probably going to spend 90% of it on booze and women, and the other 10% of it I'll probably waste." And he used to
It's
call he used to call one of his fastballs the Cutty Sark fastball because it sailed. I
I
mean,
love it.
thank
Love
you.
it. Yeah. How could you I was gonna say, how could you not wanna go have a beer with him after that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I met him as a kid many times, my god. That's just at events. He was always, like, at a boys club event, or he was always in the
Mhm.
community, and, man, he always had time for everyone, everyone.
Love
So,
it.
yeah,
I love guys like that.
absolutely. Absolutely, and I remember I had a debate about this because I could go so many routes. I mean, you say tug, and I'm like, I just wanna be sitting next to you, you know? But eventually, I thought about it, and the man I came up with was Julius Erving. How did just the aura alone, just sit there, the aura of Dr. J.
Right.
I
I think
mean,
he still has that too.
absolutely. Julius Erving has been doing more podcasts lately. He's been on other people's podcasts because I've been starting to see the clips on social media, and you really start to see, like, how much that man has seen, how much that man can talk about, and how he can still, like, he could be with the younger players of today and just in a room with them, he's absolutely cooler than they are, and they know it,
100%.
and they know he's
Yeah.
just it would be incredible. I think I might be, but somebody like him, I might actually be speechless because
Yeah.
I was a child of the '80s. I was, getting into basketball, 1980, 81. I don't remember Doc in the '70s, but I remember him in the '80s when he was
Mhm.
playing the Lakers, and this guy was probably the first true national, if not international again, I don't remember how international Dr. J was it, but in the culture of basketball, he was the first pop culture icon that I
Oh,
remember in
yeah.
basketball. I mean, there were people before him, Wilt, obviously, could be, or, like, guys like who drove pop culture, like Connie Hawkins, or, people who started the slam dunk, but Dr. J was like, making s was the one they were making sneakers on.
He perfected it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And he was the one that Michael Jordan had a few influences, but he wanted to be Dr. J. He
Mhm.
wanted, you know, th that legacy just got passed down, and then, goes to Kobe, and goes to LeBron, and goes to all those guys. It started with
Yeah.
him. Now, I don't think I
Love it.
couldn't go to just a bar with Dr. J. I could not. That's gotta be a steakhouse. That's gotta
Oh,
be, Del Frisco's or something, or Capital Grille. A classy place.
yeah. No, yeah,
Yeah.
Dr. J wouldn't be going into a little hole in the wall dive bar anywhere.
Well, yeah, he might, but he would, he'd be the coolest one at anyone he went to. Could I go
Oh,
get a
yeah.
cheesesteak with him? Like,
Yes.
pull up to, you know, Tony Luke's or something, or Skinny Joey's, or D'Alessandro's, one of those places?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, this was fun. This was fun, Jimmy.
Yes, absolutely. So make sure wherever you're watching this, like, subscribe, all that other good stuff, so you can get alerted when new episodes come out. But we got a lot of great ideas in store for you, so stay tuned. But yeah, this has been fun. Don't
Mhm.
forget to go to the ceremony November 5th down at Live Casino. Trust me, it's well worth it. Get your tickets
Absolutely.
now before we sold out last year, so get your tickets early.
Yeah, and we have good food too. We have cheesesteaks and tasty cakes.
We do.
From live, because yeah, it's a fun time. So, give yourself a plug, Jimmy.
You can find me every weekday, this day in Philly sports history, wherever you get your podcast, as well as on YouTube. Kind of cover all of these guys and gals, what happened that specific day, give you a little my take on what the current state of Philly sports.
Mhm.
Been talking a lot of disappointment the past week or so, but
Yeah, we could have talked about the Sixers. All right, one quick question before we leave, and then I'm saying specifically the Sixers because I think this is the one I've been debating about. Was this a successful season for the Sixers? Yes or no? I'll answer
I
first. Then
think
I
it
say yes.
I think it is only because they beat the Celtics.
Yeah.
Had they
Well,
beaten anybody else, I probably would say no, it's another
right.
disappointment.
Well, I think it is because they got to the playoffs in a year after where they were just bad last year, and they got back.
True.
And Tyrese Maxey took the next step, and VJ Edgecombe looks like he could be a player for years to come. I think they went another step. And yes, beating the Celtics, obviously. Now, yeah, second round exit, same stuff, different year. They don't have enough. But this is a debate that I've, with a lot of my online friends. I mean, we're going at it tooth and nail, and I know
Yeah,
WIP and the 97.5 and all them are just talking it up a lot. Yeah, it's
I
these are
think
the
it
type of
is.
things maybe we can debate in the future.
Oh, trust me, I can debate Sixers all day, and they're the one team that drives me the craziest of all of them.
Yeah, I think a while back, it's like, the Sixers came back, and it's like we started getting, and I remember we called it, we started getting Eagles level of mad at the Sixers.
Yeah,
It's gotten to that point, I think, because
it has.
not many teams that did
But
that. Well, Jim, thank you. Hopefully, there's
no
many
problem,
more
Steve.
to
Do you want to give
come.
yourself a plug as well?
Uh, I'm not on his. This is my big social media presence, although I'm hoping to do some more myself. But I'm out there on Facebook. Just find my name, Steve Skalish, and we'll chat and we'll hang.
And you can give your take on whether or not it was a successful season or not, and
Oh, I got
ar-
takes.
argue
I've
with
been,
Steve.
and I've been told they're all brilliant. So,
Yeah. Hey, can't make everyone happy.
all right, all right.
All
Thanks
right,
everyone
everybody.
for tuning in. We hope to see you throughout the year.
All right. Thanks, everyone.